Coming this Christmas to the Hallmark Channel, Brie Larson had it all.
Get out! Get out of my space!
Except for one thing, true love. That is until she met him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
The magical horn. Touch it.
This Christmas,
Pick it up.
love has a new name.
I don't like this.
This isn't real, and I'm a business lady
What are you
now.
doing?
I'm gonna buy craft paper!
Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson star in
My wrist, stop watching. My neck is flossy. Make big deposits. My gloss is popping.
Driving Miss Marvel. Only on Hallmark. Assuming she doesn't get overshadowed by a cat again.
We got a store.
Coming to the CW, another series about teen romance that descends
It's an ass-kicking action.
Miguel and Sam share tender moments talking about their feelings. And when Robbie finds out, all hell breaks loose. The CW presents a new kind of teen drama that will kick you in the balls. Coming this fall, it's Kung Fu High.
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. The secrets in the fields.
Call me a killjoy, but I think that because this is not to my taste, no one else should be able to enjoy it. I'm all over that. Oh, yes.
White male rage, white male rage, white male rage. To give attention to what is near you is to become an expert on your environment. And who doesn't want to be an expert on something?
Hey, Twitch streamers, have you ever considered identifying as a deer?
No, not
Well,
really.
before you decide to join Otocoilus virginiana, here's some important safety information. You live outdoors. No fancy indoor plumbing for you. No phones, no lights, no motor cars. Not a single luxury. That means no fancy computers to actually stream on. It's not like you have thumbs to play video games anyway. Speaking of which, you don't have thumbs. You can't use cell phones, tie your shoelaces, or use the 3 seashells. Too bad. You have to fend for yourself and eat what you can find. No ordering pizza. Deer don't eat pizza. You now need to pay attention to when deer season is. But bad news, deer can't read.
It's coming right for us!
Wow, didn't know being a deer was so hard. So, you're glad you're a human. Stay that way. This has been a public service announcement in the interest of public safety, paid for by the committee to stop people from wanting to become deer.
Coming soon to Animal Planet. What happens when you take the Summer of Love's fiery but mostly peaceful protesters and you combine them with shark interactions? You get one wacky petting zoo reality TV show mashup that you don't want to miss. Don't miss Autonomous Zone Petting Zoo, the only reality series where the sharks pet you. Coming to Animal Planet.
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
When real conspiracies become far too outlandish, that's when parody conspiracies look even more like reality. It's time to strap on your headgear and search through the aluminum archives.
Crossing the interdimensional plane, she came to rule our universe and more. Now she will fulfill her most wantonly carnal desires. Michelle Yeoh stars in Section 31 from Outer Space. In her universe, she ruled with an iron fist. Now she seeks to dominate ours in more ways than one. You may never know who she may eat or kill. And she may very well be the one who may be eaten herself. Who knows? You will have to see to find out. Written by Alex Kurtzman's editor, and starring recycled footage of Michelle Yeoh. Don't miss Space Cannibals from Outer Space. A movie so secret that its star doesn't even know that she made it.
K-Smell presents Now That's What I Call Grooming. All your favorite hits from artists of questionable orientation, such as Sam Smith,
Mommy, I know Daddy's getting hot at the body shop, doing something unholy.
Lil Nas X, Queen,
I want to break free. I want to break free.
Judas Priest, Cheech and Chong, The Bloodhound Gang, Sparks. You're gonna take a walk in the rain, and you're gonna get wet. I predict. Warlock Pinchers, Twisted Sister, Kiss, Baby let put the acting back. Love like a mother and you make me wanna back. Baby let. The New York Dolls, Jack Harlow,
Love ya.
David Bowie. While the fly tried to break our balls. Dana Carvey, Bugs Bunny, and Prince. I just want your extra time, no kiss. And if you act now, you'll receive the bonus That's What I Call Grooming 90s Edition, featuring such cross-dressing acts as Nirvana, like to sing along, like to see the gun, but don't know what it means. Greta,
Fathom, sinking so much deeper, feeling so much better.
and James.
And you think you're so pretty.
Send no money to K-Smell. Now that's what I call grooming. Box 6969, San Francisco, California. It's a drag, man. Really. What happens when Aquaman goes so crazy he paints the toenails of dead guys? And Captain Marvel has to remind you what's really important.
This family has gotten their hands dirty to keep ours clean.
No, not family. Looking fabulous in a pantsuit.
Heal, 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 heal.
Aquaman is mad at Groot for reasons and family. And he says you can't save everyone.
Can't save them all.
And Peacemaker blows himself up to save Groot's kid. In an all-out Marvel DC matchup that proves once and for all that Brie Larson in an amazing pantsuit, carrying a weapon bigger than she is, and decked out in sparkly sneakers is the most hilariously cringe thing you'll ever see, and you know it. Don't miss. Family, family, family. I am Groot. Family, family, and family 10. Wait, Wonder Woman is in this too? How many superheroes did they cast? Well, at least Charlize Theron didn't play a superhero. Wait, she did? Which one? Clea and Doctor Strange 2? Who? Well, me then. Oh yeah, and Black Adam is in this. I think that's everybody. At this rate, they'll run out of people in Hollywood to be in these movies. Are you a boat asshole who needs to transport an army? Did you forget to pack enough supplies for a full complement of horses? Don't want to deal with the foul smell from below decks? Or did you just forget because you rushed off into battle because some blonde chick with pointy ears showed up out of nowhere and told you to? Well, at 1-800-BOAT-ASSHOLE, we've got you covered. From cavalry to show jumping, let us fulfill all your equine needs. Perfect for the army on the go. 1-800-BOAT-ASSHOLES, because you can't spell asshole without horse.
Back in the day, these guys worshipped a violent god called Landru, who suppressed their creativity until Kirk figured out it was actually a computer. These knuckleheads went back to worshipping Landru.
Don't make me paradox you into destroying yourself. This is literally the exact thing Captain Kirk taught you.
Well, I like purging people during the Red Hour. I'm going to keep doing it.
Dude.
Yeah, I know. It's always weird revisiting planets from the TOS era. You know, Spock, Scotty, those guys.
Get destroyed by a gangster of Triskelion or whatever. Pathetic little flying hammer.
Well, Wesley Crusher worked with his mom. Maybe everybody will be cool about it. You said Wolf 359 was an inside job?
How to decorate the captain's yacht.
If changing's not real, the Dominion War didn't happen.
Titan is also within range. Boimler?
I thought the Enterprise was strong. We thought you were the Enterprise.
Hacklids?
Guys, right here? Yep, great stuff in there. You did
How much contraband have you hidden on my ship?
Double hit punch!
I wasn't mad that you were stealing the Sacramento promotion.
What about the needs of the many?
Red alert!
Parody and I wasn't invited?
I'm sorry, what was that? I hate it when a ship gets repaired and comes out looking all sovereign class.
Fluidic systems and how to reroute them.
He's with the prophets now. A tribble?
Yeah, that's for personal use.
You were sort of my Chadich.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna run into you and I'm gonna feed you to an artist. You hear me?
I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching the first Enterprise on the holodeck. You know, Archer and those guys. Those guys had a long road getting from there to here. You know, they had a little Risa.
Should we take the little Horgan? Oh, the jazz.
Yay, 4 people got tired of waiting for me. Oh no, that's alright. I got tired of waiting for me too. So hello. Oh, I don't have my green screen up. There, you can hear me doing that in the background. Welcome to ASMR with Mecha. You get to hear and imagine what I'm doing. I might be naked for all you know. Should I leave the stream off and you can just pretend I'm naked? Should I leave my camera off and you just pretend that's me? No, yes, no. I'm not, I promise. I promise. Not yet. Do you want me to be? I can if you want me to be. It is very warm in here, though, so I had to open the window because the heater does not know when to shut off now. I think I might need to adjust it again. So, how are we doing today? Fun news. There's a new season of Fall Guys or something that I might be playing at some point. Oh, there's also a lot of new DLC added to. It's free, I guess. I don't know. Free updates on what's it called? What the Dub. So maybe I'll do a What the Dub stream. They got some new update to it. So maybe we'll run one of those sometime. So there you go. What am I looking at? Oh, I got 17,000 things to talk about today. Apparently Alex Jones is doing a thing on... Oh, I still have videos from yesterday that upload from Alex Jones. I just didn't get around to it today. Because today's one of those days where I just was not feeling too hot from yesterday. And it's alright. You don't need to hear. I'm not complaining. I'm trying not to. We have like 700 UFO things. There's an update on this second part of the interview. Another 10 minutes of this from today that just came out. And I want to watch all of this. I want to watch all this. This is fun. So, if I can remember my name and what I'm talking about. UFOs, Twitter. Alex Jones has a show. Oh, what the crap's he talking about? What has he been on about in the last 20 years? I don't think I've seen anything of him in forever. Oops, that's the wrong window. I just want this one. I just want that. There you go. We just want that one. Is he back to making the fish gay or the frogs or something? He doesn't understand what Frankenfood actually, I don't know. I think, here's my theory on Alex Jones, and I've said this a few times. I don't think he can pass his own brand litmus test. Like, I think that it goes off brand for him to admit who he really is, and I'll just leave it at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, December 12th, 2023, and it is in the evening, and we are sending you this special report that is premiering exclusively here on X.
Yeah, so this is just to drive stuff over to Twitter, right? So, I mean, it's a smart move because it's going to have a lot of views and stuff, and it's going to keep people talking about something new, maybe? I don't know. But is this really that much? I mean, it's just floated to the top of my feed, so fine, we'll talk about it. We'll hear what he has to say, and I'll decide if we care what he has to say or not.
What an incredible 3 or 4 days we've seen where Elon Musk had the big poll, 70% of the people voted to reinstate us.
Oh, that's just because we're trolls. That's just because I like watching people's heads explode if people are going to watch mine. That's because I am a troll.
The 2.5 hour spaces with the Elon.
Well, bioengineered, I mean, that's literally just splicing plants together, though. That's literally just taking, that's like breeding dogs. I mean, everything's bioengineered. The whole planet is. I have no problem with that because I don't think that it's going to biochemically alter me by eating something that has been spliced differently, because at the base molecular structure, everything came out of the same atom anyway.
Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and...
There's a reason why atom and atom are the same word. ATOM and ADAM are the same word. There's literally, I mean, here, welcome to the cult of Mecca. You guys really should be treating me like I'm a cult leader at this point, because I'm the only one who actually is giving you the real answers. And hail Satan or something. I don't know. We're not appealing to anybody other than my own crazy ass at this point. So I'll put on the devil horns. Should I put on the priest collar to shout out one of my all-time favorites who ever walked this planet? My favorite keyboard player. You know what I would really love? So, speaking of music, I'm going to go on a music tangent for about 2 minutes. Humor me. You know I'm a huge fan of the band Ghost, right? They cover all the best stuff. They've covered Rocky Erickson. They've covered Pet Shop Boys. They've covered Army of Lovers. They have not covered the Electric Hellfire Club yet. If there is a way for them to hear me for some reason, and if they could hear me... please cover an Electric Hellfire Club song. Dealer's choice on that. They're so good. They had such an amazing piano, keyboard arc, and their keyboard player, who was just, gorgeous guy. Anyway, brilliant keyboard player. He would wear the priest collar and the Satan stuff, and he'd have the John Lennon glasses and the long hair. And well, he's passed away. He passed away in 96. He was car wreck, blah blah blah. Really sucks because they would have been one of the biggest bands probably. They were a good 20 years ahead of their time, 25 years ahead of their time. They were all part of that anyway. Yeah. There you go. I'm dead naming it Twitter. I don't care. Everybody calls it Twitter anyway. Well, you say X, people are thinking you're talking about porn. And then they shadow ban you. And then I'm like, well, if I'm going to talk about porn,
And so many other amazing people. We talked about the New World Order, the globalist plan to depopulate us.
Okay, so let's pretend that's real. What if that's a real thing and it just takes out the most sickly, the most, the most whatever, with whatever. I mean... based on whether or not it's kind of a will to live thing, isn't it? What if that's it? What if you're just too old and crabby and you just don't want to anymore? What if you just don't want to keep having children? Because, dear God, have you seen the controversy on that? I'm going to bring it up. I'm going there. They're already getting mad about people growing children in labs, not realizing that they've been doing that since Roswell. For crying out loud, conspiracy full tinfoil helmet on. Welcome to the Woo Zone. Welcome to the Woo Zone. Why do I care about that? Why would I care about that? This is my thing. Don't you think that the Roswell aliens have literally been spraying you down because you're going to get to a point where you overpopulate at some point and the planet's Earth's core stops spinning? Right? Don't you think that maybe that was the point, that they found all the evil people and were trying to spray them down back in the day so that they would, I don't know, go? Maybe it's the aliens. I don't know. I'm going a little woo today. I do have the crystal ball. In my hand. So I might know, and I might actually be, the secret to life, the universe, and everything. I might be the Big Bang. I might be the creation of the universe, for all you know. Which is probably true at this point. I don't know.
Asked Elon Musk, what should the name of the resistance be? And he was like, I'm not sure. And I said,
was it that good? Was that the Big Bang?
How about Team...
Or has it happened yet?
Team Humanity. He agreed. This is epic, ladies and gentlemen. This is an incredible time to be...
Project Bluebeam has been playing a fake alien invasion since the 50s. Why are you telling me things that we don't care about? Don't you think that if there were a way to orchestrate a fake alien invasion using satellites, holographic technology, that I wouldn't be the one pushing for it? That I wouldn't be the one saying, please let the aliens land already so that you idiots stop going on about this. Oh, we have the right to complain about everything and be angry all the time shit. I think that might be the point. It might be the point. I'm on a side against Alex Jones. Devil horns and red hair might be a clue, right?
Alive. So I've been on air 29 years, and I have my syndicated radio show weekdays 11 a.m.
See, here's the thing with Alex Jones, right? He saw about level 7. Oh yeah, he only got to 7. He didn't go up and over where it's all, the real good people are the, oh yeah, we did it in fantasy and Fakey McFakesville, and the bad people, oh, they did it for reals, didn't they? The bad ones, they did it for reals because they couldn't just have the fantasy pretensies. No, they had to be horrible for realsies.
To 3 p.m. Central at Infowars.com/show. And it's on radio stations around the country. But following the footsteps of Tucker Carlson, I want to launch Alex Jones 2.0.
What, Mysterio, what?
Alex Jones on X. So, most days, I'm talking about 7 days a week. Sometimes I may be at home.
So we'll just have stuff to listen to every day now. Something to respond to. This will be fun. Oh, this will be fun during electric season. Election season. These lunatics.
I may be on the road. A lot of times I'll be here in studio like I am now. I'm going to shoot 5.
See, this is the guy who thinks, who saw like a mutated something and thinks that, oh yes, it's a alien mutation, blah, blah, blah. What, and the aliens from the 4th dimension and all this stuff. I don't think he quite understands the telepathic psychic level of the 4th dimension. See, literally Sweet Madam Blue. Literally Carol Ann. Hi. Hey, hi, I'm the one, it's me. I'm assuming somebody has some evidence of maybe me flying out of my body during a spank van night, maybe. Would that be fun if that existed? Was there any evidence of that? At least me leaving my body, maybe, for about a second. Because if I really enjoyed myself, I might have just been like, you might have caught that on camera.
5 to 15-minute reports. I'm never going to make...
Or will soon.
Make them longer than that, or at least most of the time. So I'll have a special guest. And I'm going to come in here after my daily show, after everything's happened, and boil it all down to 5 to 15 minutes. And tonight's going to be quick. I want to just hit a few of the big stories that are out there. But I first just wanted to make the announcement. If you want to get exclusive breaking news and analysis that obviously Big Brother and the Deep State...
So when I tell people I spent a decade in the 1960s, I don't know what they think I meant. About a decade in the 60s and, well, maybe not a decade. It was about 5 years, maybe about 2 years in the, 5 years in the 60s, about 5 years in the 70s. But it was still the psychedelic mind fuck of the 70s.
Doesn't want you to have. The place to get it, and the place to get it right when it comes out, is Real Alex Jones on Twitter. Then if you want to find the
follow him?
Full show and the other great InfoWars shows.
We'll follow him. We'll give him a follow.
Owen Schroyer, former political prisoner, now out of prison after he was sent to jail for his free speech, and of course the great Harrison Smith and so many others.
Do people still say that I remind them of Alex Jones when I just kind of go off on my when I go off on my like I will eat you and I will you motherfucker? Do they still say that?
Simply go to Infowars.com.
Oh, they still think that Bill is Alex Jones too, though. Oh, that's so ridiculous. Okay, first off, no, Bill Hicks is not Alex Jones. Okay, no, Bill Hicks is not Alex Jones.
/show, but original, hard-hitting news and analysis. I'm planning to go 7 days a week. I already do, basically. Will be now found here.
Yeah, he's got that addictive ADHD personality, doesn't he? Where he just can't. It's like us. It's like all of us, where you just can't stop. You can't put it down. You're constantly with it over and over. Yeah, I remind you, Tim Pool. Do I? So I dreamed about him. So make sure he's okay, because I dreamed he hurt his head on his little skate thing a couple of years ago. And I had to rush in and make sure he didn't like bleed out and stuff. So make sure he wears a helmet. You know, don't let him hurt himself. I'm actually worried about him. So I don't want him to go Waco. I'm like seriously, all you guys. I got really, angry and stuff about the kind of like the right-wing peers in the entertainment and almost conservative and even the woo sort of, because there's a lot of that crossover category of people who are talking about all this stuff from the day. And, once people started going very much weapon happy, and that really kind of made me really get Waco flashbacks and stuff. So I worry about y'all. I really, really do.
Here at X, as long as we're able to continue to do this. Now, before I hit a few of these news items.
Oh, God, why do I need to read 1980 Why do I care? Do you not know that I know what the Smart Patrol is? It's literally this surveillance electric eye. You can come to these things under 27 different reasons. You don't have to find the same 5 paths. If you're a certain age, you're going to come to a different path than me because, A, I'm the 44-year-old female right now that I should have been 42 when all this fucking happened in 2020 when we set this all up. It should have been... because literally the number 42, right? I'd be hiding in broad daylight with bright red hair. They'd be canceling me for children, something. And rainbows. They'd be going after rainbows and canceling people for, like, how could you not care about children? Something. And I'm above the sheep that are to be culled. Do you understand me? I don't care about you anymore. It's not my problem. There are some people who are just going to be culled.
Tonight.
Sad fact, 8 of 9. Rosa rising red. Rising red risen. Rosa rising red. There you go. See, they're just, if you harvest some grain, you have to cut the weed. Get on home, get on home. Get on home, get on home. Come on home, little children, come on home. That's where I
want to just express to everybody how blessed I am and how thankful I am to all of you, not just across America, but around the world, who stood up for me in the last 5 years of my deplatforming, because you understood the precedent was being set to take everybody else offline, and that's happened. And except for Rumble.
Okay. The problem is, Alex Jones, in my opinion, has chosen this path of wealth and be mad at, let's go after in the name of protect this righteous, this self-righteous. He's better than that, holier than thou. He's gone the holier than thou, and everybody, and I've done it too. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. Daddy needs to come and give me a spanking in the back of his van again. Oh, does he want me to call him Daddy? I don't know. Whatever. Point is, I have been bad. I do need a spanking. And you're going to get a lot of people who just want to hate and attack, and they make everything miserable for everybody else because they're the ones who are going to go into Target and be mad that there's rainbows there because they see it on this or they see it on that, right? And there's enough of them in this little pocket here and there and everywhere And luckily, most of them kind of all moved to Florida and Texas. Who want to come after this thing. And then most of the other crazies all moved to Seattle and Portland or wherever they moved to, or West Virginia, or, oh, we got crazies on both sides now. That's the thing. You've got the crazy, evil, we're better than you type of people, right? The type of people who and I hate being at this age where I'm like, oh God, how did we fuck this up so bad? I think I blame the fact that when we, like my age group, so I'm 44 right now, my age group and a little bit above, we had so few opportunities to succeed, to make enough money to live on our own, you know, unless we were in these kind of god-awful remote little places. And a lot of the times you didn't want to go to a remote place because you wanted to go somewhere where there were people, where you had something in common with somebody, because you might have been the only, you know, it's like the Devo song, through being cool, you're the only little person in that little town that's, you know, not an idiot. And you kind of want out because everybody, you know, they'd be like the woman who raised me going, they're trying to cancel culture. They're trying to cancel culture. And I'm like, first off, she doesn't really sound like that. She sounds more like Mr. Garrison from South Park, if you know how he sounds. And because, you know, literally grew up in Colorado, people. These people who, you know, God bless them, you know, they mean well, but they're also struggling to find purpose and meaning. You know, their kids are moving away because they don't want to be stuck depressed in these rundown, decrepit things, because what have we done? We've overproduced and overaccelerated technologically and population-wise faster than our infrastructure can handle it, which I think is definitely why the whole, you know, depopulation process has been in place, but it's not really going to be a bad thing if you just stop fucking so much. And, well, the people on one side think, oh, no, they're going to all replace us, and it's like, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. First off, just because they cross a border does not mean they're going to A, stay in that location, B, vote for your direction, C, care about any of this stuff, 4, replace you in society in the eyes of your neighborhood community. Maybe they should. Maybe they're better people than you. Maybe, I don't know. I don't care. Maybe they have just as much right to be there as you. I don't care anymore. I don't even care anymore. I'm just to the point where I'm like, if we weren't at a point in society to begin with where people are fearful of that, that's one of the core problems. Like we're so busy at these Band-Aid solutions. We're so busy taking this, well, you know, immigration's a problem. Well, okay, well, is it really a problem, or is income and job fulfillment, societal fulfillment, massive rampant consumerism more of a problem, right? Is it more of a problem? Do I believe in depopulation? I don't know if I believe in that. You're going to place me on a side that I think I'm above. I'm above left and right, okay? I'm literally God on earth. Literally God on earth. That's why I Mecha Satan. Telling you all, stop breeding so much. We have people. Figure out how to make me happy, or else you all will die. And that's not me doing it. You guys are wiping yourselves out with your hatred, your evil. You're mad at this. You're mad at that. You only want to be in this planet to be, oh, so you. Oh, so you. And you know what? Then you can die too if you're one of those oh, so yous. I don't put up with oh, so yous in my chat. 1 minute. I don't put up with those people because, 1, you don't understand what I'm trying to get to. 2, you're beneath me. Remove yourself. Now, when I say we need to get at the core root of why people get mad that people, you know, are replacing them, or why people might want to, I don't know, stop breeding for a second, it's because we have people that are unhappy right now. We have more unhappy people than happy people. Probably. And that's a huge problem. We have people being born autistic. We have people being born with the maximum amount of stimulation that they can possibly contain in one single minute because we're being bombarded with electromagnetic energy. We're being bombarded with stimulation. We're being bombarded with our screens. We're being bombarded with bots and chats. We're being bombarded with angry. We're being bombarded with idiots on Twitter mad about people having babies when they don't even have babies, right? We have so much of that. And that's literally a depopulationist sort of talking point too, is when they start going after the people, the surrogacy, the test tube babies that have literally been around since Roswell. If you do anything about anything, I'm going to spill some beans here now, and I'm probably going to get restricted for this. The Roswell aliens, in my opinion, might have been... Now, this is an entertainment thing for only purposes. This is a weird username, people. I am not a source of news. Literally have devil horns on and Alex Jones on a screen. So when I say this to you, I am saying this as God on earth, a cult leader, and your Lord and Savior. Now, that the Roswell aliens were figuring out a way to produce enough energy by using your psychic energy, your anger, your fear, your emotion, to get it into your poetry, your music, your song, your art forms, and to resonate that back down to the planet so we can get this motherfucker moving again. You see, we get this motherfucker moving again. So when I say this, and that person's probably already left, and they're not going to hear this anyway because they just decided what my opinion was before I finished it. Therefore, they're useless. We don't need them. We need better people than that. Now, and if they're still here and they're listening, then I apologize. Thank you for listening to me. I don't mean to just go off on people, but we literally are channeling Alex Jones right now, and he literally channels old Uncle Adolf, doesn't he?
In places like InfoWars and now X to a great extent, there are no other open and free platforms. And as Elon Musk has said,
Pope. He's in the Pope
like
line.
The internet 5-6 years.
Yeah, his family line is Pope. These are the people who killed Jesus back in the day, right? So this is what that British, Irish, round-faced. That's the Walking Corpses London Dungeon line, huh? The British, because they've already gone up and out because of John Lennon and, well, no, he was whatever. Well, anyway, that whole line from Britain, from all of our saints and all of our heroes, and Queen Elizabeth, Princess Diana. Well, Princess Diana. Queen Elizabeth was the German, though. She was the German line. So, we got the good German line, too, for the men's from the World War II.
Years ago, where, unless it's illegal, hacking or stalking or illegal porn, unless it's illegal, it is free to go here on X, so we don't have to be self-censored. Now, remember what happened with Big Pharma. They lied to us about the origin of the virus. They lied to us about therapeutics. They lied to us about the efficacy of the experimental gene therapy.
I don't know if I can listen to this. Because now somebody's going to think that I am pushing this, whatever he's saying. So maybe we have to watch this on Twitch. Maybe we got to watch him on Twitch. Because I don't want anybody thinking that I am in any way agreeing with one way or another on any, or taking any medical stance or newsworthy viewpoint on anything, because that's absolutely not what I'm doing. What I am doing, however, is trying to talk about UFOs and this. So he's got a show over here. Maybe we'll save this over for the second part of the stream, and we'll do that over on another platform, huh? Maybe we'll just record ourselves and upload it somewhere where we can actually react to this. Because if he's going to be doing the full uncensored controversial shit, and I want to respond to the full uncensored maybe I do a Rumble show or something, because I do have an account there. But keep in mind, I am not a conservative talking head NPC. I am not on their payroll. I am not going to tell you what PragerU or Turning Point USA or Trump or DeSantis or Alex Jones or any of these snake oil salesmen or any of these easily marketable people are going to tell you. You know why? I'm going to Bill Hicks it, because Bill Hicks and his big fat Coke can dick would exactly do this, wouldn't it? Wouldn't he? Wouldn't he? Hit me, baby, one more time. Bingo, slap shot? Yeah. Listen to my opinions. I'm sorry if I'm yelling at you. I will go. Rumble, mecha chickens. What about chickens? I don't want chickens. Why would I want chickens? I think I'm in trouble on Twitter anyway because I'm like, I don't want to do. So we got a new hotel coming in. I'm not going to say what it is, but you can kind of figure out. It's another one of these overly expensive, la-da-da, foofy. Oh, God. Here's the thing. I wouldn't eat there even if I had the money, which I do in the bank, for all you know. I might be full of shit. I might be independently wealthy. I might be, every mother's nightmare and your literal wet dream. Point is, I might have banged the hottest guy in town for all you know, and he might be looking for me. Point is, what the fuck am I talking about? Here's some UFO stuff. Oh my God. From this Twitter account here. Oh no, are UFOs banned? We got more UFOs. Did we listen to this last night? I don't remember. We'll listen to it again. Who? I don't think she believes in Stargates. She who? Do I? What do you mean Stargates? If the Stargate's real, here's the thing. If the Stargate is real, right? It could theoretically be real, but don't you think it just might be a psychedelic neuro sort of psychic link, like a pathway that you can kind of see in your mind's eye? Don't you think that? You miss quaint mid-hotels. See, I would rather stay at a shitty, rundown, haunted hotel at this point than these new 5-star, blah, 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 overpriced. No, really, because what's everybody in town going to be at? They're going to be at these new places, so we got a couple of new ones, right? And, but first off, I'm not going to the Strip to park and pay to park at these new la-di-da, hoity-toity fucking hotels. I'm sorry. So, sorry if I was snotty on the tweet. I am a cunt. I can't help it. I'm possessed. Help, I need a Ghostbuster to spank it out of me. That's not code. That's literally... That's the safe word. You're supposed to spank me, daddy. Now, because that's what worked last time. Oh, shit, man. I'm horrible. Oh, no. Oh... It doesn't exist, but Stargate would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, wouldn't it? At this point, you think the Stargate's a mental gateway? It might be. What do you think? I gotta watch this. So is this the new one then that came out today? Part 2. Okay, part 2, December 12th. That's today. Okay, here we go. We haven't watched this one yet. This is the new one. But no, I'm to the point where I'm like, I don't even care if the planet gets depopulated at this point. I mean, unless I can be happy, what the hell does it matter? And I don't think people want me to be happy anymore. People don't want me to be happy. The safe word is ectoplasm. No, the safe word is supposed to be whiplash. Maybe. I don't know. Is that part of it? That was fun. I did not put 2 and 2 together there. I'm an idiot. Like I said, if it's right in front of my face, I will not remember or think or notice. I would not be worthy. I would not think I would be worthy. I would never, ever think that I would have ever in a million years. It would just be like never the hottest guy in town. I would just never have thought I would have.
David, when you first talked to us several months ago, you said you had spoken to about 40 people who had proof that the government...
I'm old, y'all. That was a long, long time ago. That was a long-ass time ago. A very long-ass time ago.
...government had recovered these alien spacecraft, non-human remains.
Like before the hockey team was born. Oh, gosh, she's talking about alien human remains. Yeah, like before even the hockey team were born, eh?
In the past months since then... Have you seen any more testimony to support that or any firsthand encounters with information?
Be a kid if
I am aware of some other firsthand individuals that did approach the Intelligence Community Inspector General's office. Of course, I'm not privy to their precise complaints because I'm not a recipient of that, but I do.
Okay. I gotta go back. I'm in La La Land thinking about something else. Did he just say he was not recipient to seeing the alien bodies, but he's just going on trying to convince people that there are alien bodies by not telling the complete truth, by just kind of dancing around it, like he just said just enough to get it out there, but now he's like backtracking. What do you guys think? Please pay me money if you guys enjoy these. This is what I'm doing on stream now, and I'm kind of clipping the other segments as we go.
You know of a couple other individuals that are known to me that did go to the Inspector General after my testimony this summer.
So your testimony sparked other people to come forward with their stories of what they've seen in these secret programs?
Yes.
You recently did an interview with Joe Rogan on his podcast.
Oh my gosh, he's so giggly. Oh, you did an interview with Joe Rogan. Is he cute? Oh my god. Ugh, Joe Rogan. Bill Hicks hated Joe Rogan. Speaking of Bill Hicks, he hated Joe Rogan. Did he? So the meathead stand in the back of the room, mouth agape. Funny man said funny. Drugs funny. Here's Joe Rogan at the back of the room. Here's Joe Rogan. Here's Joe Rogan. Right. So he'd be watching Bill Hicks in the back room. That's my Joe Rogan impression. That's my Joe Rogan watching Bill Hicks impression. That's what Bill saw from stage.
And you said something that really took me aback. You said that you believed that the United States government has killed people for trying to go public with a story. Really?
Those are concerns that certain scientists on the program that are known to me, presented that to myself, but I did direct them to the appropriate authorities on that. That's something that I don't know firsthand. That's something they espouse, but because of the serious nature of that, I directed them to the appropriate authorities, such as the Inspector General's staff.
Look what I did.
And law
Keep me in the loop.
So,
Keep me in the
I can't speak to that because that's something that they espoused, and I directed them to the right authorities.
Other people were worried about that, not you.
I had some unique things happen in my personal life that, were some of the causal factors for me to file a complaint, some things that my wife and I had noticed, some intimidation. I can't get into the exact nature. I did provide that information to the Inspector General, and hopefully they...
So he probably got people, like, on his social media or whatever in his emails, you shouldn't say anything, or, yeah, but you don't know, but yeah, but yeah, and they kind of try and struggle session your opinion down. They kind of do that. They're alien bodies, but believe me, please, they're so totally real. They're so totally, absolutely real. Here, I got to run a commercial.
The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
So yeah, entertainment's just getting really cringy lately, isn't it?
They've referred it to appropriate federal law enforcement and counterintelligence personnel, but I can't discuss that publicly because of the sensitive nature of that for my own protection and for the integrity of the investigation.
Yeah.
He's nodding his head way too much. Like just watch his body language. He goes left and right and up and down, and she's so giggly when she said Joe Rogan, so she was impressed by the celebrity of it because now she thinks she's going to be a celebrity by interviewing him. So what's this News Nation? Is this like another Newsmax? Is this like another pop-up? They just put somebody who looks like a news anchor in a suit to interview these people to make you think it, because you can just have anybody can have a Fox News anymore.
Because if you really believe that the government has done that in the past with people who've tried to expose this UFO program, why are you still alive? You've done more to expose it than anyone else.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I went public, and certainly I was shown that
they
can touch me at any time, and that's what led me to not only contact my former agencies,
Yeah, like remember the stream I did where I had that dream. Well, it wasn't really a dream. Like, I said, hey, please give me a sign if I should buy the laptop or not. And then kind of like half out of my body it felt. Because like you can see everything in the room awake, but you're like... you're out of your body is the best way to describe it. So I saw the alien face just come right up in my face at my old place in Colorado. It just kind of come right up, stared me in the face. And then I streamed immediately after, and then that thing is over on Rumble or BitChute or somewhere backed up, probably on BitChute, because that kept getting copyright claimed and copyright claimed and copyright claimed and buried and buried and buried. And so that's what ended up happening with that one.
Counterintelligence folks with what I witnessed, and I provided evidence to that fact, but filed the complaint. And certainly going public was the appropriate move for me for my own protection. So, for a lot of reasons.
I wanted to also direct you to some video that we're going to show you from April of 2023. AARO director Sean Kirkpatrick presented the world with the video that we're going to be looking at. Do you think that there are some of these unresolved cases that are indeed from non-human intelligence?
I mean, as I was the co-lead at the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency for UAP, there were certainly a lot of unmanned aerial systems and other manned platform videos that myself and my team analyzed. And
the little zippy
a lot
ones.
of it was highly anomalous. We didn't come down to a definitive answer with some of the cases, which of course those cases are classified, so I have to talk generally. But definitely showed a lot of different weird. We'll just say morphologies and other optical characteristics that didn't comport with kind of known things that my team was familiar with. But I think the jury's out on that, and I really hope that Arrow is
Do you think that might be just like a really high flying like runaway drone or something that just got kind of swept up in the atmosphere, or one of those like silver balloon things that just kind of keep going up and around? How big is that, do you think? I mean, it depends on how big and how close to the camera it is, right?
investigating those with the full power of their office.
Kirkpatrick is stepping down from leadership of Arrow. What's your reaction to that?
Of course, I've known Dr. Kirkpatrick for many years. I believe his last day was December 1st, and his deputy, Tim Phillips, is currently filling in as the director of Arrow. And I think we need to find a new director that the American people would have more confidence in. And I certainly provided a senior senator with my pick, a former individual who's very senior in the Pentagon that I used to work for as a potential director of Arrow. But I do think we need to find somebody that the American people trust more, not somebody that calls oral testimony not credible, which is something that Dr. Kirkpatrick said during his testimony in front of Senator Gillibrand.
You believe that there are defense contractors that are holding some of these remnants of spacecraft.
I would probably say yes. I would probably say Boeing, probably for sure. I would probably say Lockheed for sure. Pretty much any of the aerospace ones, huh? Any of them. I wouldn't be surprised if Elon knows more than he's allowed to say, because of course he's obviously not allowed to say it. I would think that I would think that he is probably under a tremendous amount of pressure with X to float as much crap up to the top of the algorithm to keep this stuff away. Maybe, I don't know, because these only have like 68,000 views versus like the millions of the other stupid crap out there. I don't know, maybe it's just getting to where you can't just stop all of this stuff. There's too many little this and that and the other, and nobody's reporting this stuff, and this is kind of flying in under the radar now. This is going to be our new secret little hiding spot, is literally in plain sight in the alien stuff, huh?
Of some kind to try and reverse engineer and figure out how they work so that they can create brand new state-of-the-art weaponry.
Yes, I mean that's what the clear defense contractor base.
They don't understand that the aliens would never give you something that, I mean, they would never let humanity figure out a way to wipe itself out other than, the little sticks and stones and the little as slowly as possible, right? The fact that they got up to the atomic level when they did, when Roswell hit, when all this stuff happened, right? Not coincidence, clearly, in my opinion. In my opinion, I don't think it's coincidence. And I think, which we already kind of know, there's already like 5 people on this planet who already know this. And they're probably all in my chat going, yeah, and you're spilling too much. Shut up, bitch. But that's okay, because people aren't going to get this anyway. Point is, The only thing that humanity really needs to be working on from the aliens is how to get infinite energy to itself to readjust some of these corporate overlords and corporate greed mongers and wealth mongers, right? That I think that humanity would kind of sort itself out if it were allowed to heal itself instead of kill itself, right? So, people are like, yes, you might think I might be on the depopulation side for a minute, which, I do want to keep humanity from blowing itself up to an extent. That's the thing, though. They are going to kill themselves, and they're, like I said, with the wars and stuff, you can't stop the war that's going on right now. You cannot stop these stupid wars that are going on right now between these people. I can't help, and I'm not taking sides, and I'm not saying, and I'm not getting into a debate about it. I'm saying that's the one I'm staying completely out of, because that's the one I always knew that you just couldn't stop regardless. That's the two people fighting. They're going to be fighting until the end of time, until they exhaust themselves and they're at each other. It's Londo Malari and Jakar from Babylon 5. They're just at each other's throats until the dawn of time. And we're just going to have to say, and you know what? We're going to go over here and say, while all these billionaires are taking all their money and leaving the country, and while all this is happening, all these politicians aren't looking. While all these politicians aren't looking, maybe some people just kind of sneak in under the radar and here's a new power grid for everybody. Hey, you know what? The economy and the banks don't work. Here's some secret money that we got funneled around from these assholes that they didn't even notice was gone because we sold them all stupid t-shirts that they overreacted to, thinking that, whatever, maybe some of the good guys are laundering money on their side and making them think it's all t-shirts with babies eating pizza. Maybe it's something like that, just to make people think the absolute worst thing that's happening. Because sometimes you do have some of those worst people, but maybe, you can just take the pisser. You can take the piss. It's a British term, so my Brits will know. You can take the piss and you can say, you know what? It's all in your head. You're imagining the worst thing possible. Maybe it's not even aliens. Maybe it's just a bunch of smart people trying to figure out how to do this under the radar and using smoke and mirrors and holograms to make y'all think there's aliens. Just to make y'all think there's aliens, just so that you can get enough energy under the radar, enough happy stuff, enough money, enough positive vibes, enough homeless people housed, enough unhappy people fulfilled, enough, lost loves reunited, enough of that stuff. Gee, anybody's lost love out there will need reuniting before Christmas, hopefully, please. And that would be a good one. Maybe, just maybe. Why are the aliens stopping the wars? Can you? Why can you? Maybe there's only 4 or 5 aliens left. Did you ever think that maybe there's only 4 or 5 aliens left and you guys would just shoot them anyway because you just argue? Have y'all seen one? Yes. Everybody's seen aliens. Ghosts, aliens, yes. You name it. You name it. The aliens I'm more worried about because those are the ones you can't fight off because they can kind of put you under this deep hypnosis. They can kind of put you under this state of forgetting. They can drug you and put you under and get you to this state of whatever, and only the aliens can do that. That's the thing. That's the only power they have over humanity, is they have the mind games, they have the hypnosis, they have the hypnotones and the hypno skills. And the aliens can do something. They can coordinate with all these billionaires and they can get 2 or 3 of their little alien buddies and their alien underlings to hack into everything and just turn on a hypnotone all at once to make y'all docile and chill the F out. They can do that, or they can make y'all violent and make y'all fight. I think I'm living proof of that, aren't I? Why are they stopping wars? Maybe they're trying to instigate it all just to snap y'all out of it. Maybe that's the point. Bring everybody up to their boiling point. So either they snap themselves out of it and they come down and they're like, you know what? We're in the have a cigarette mode. We're in that sort of hot tub in the vein. You just came. It's Spaceballs, right? When Lord Helmet's like, hey, everybody chill. That little moment after you kind of have your little crazy, maybe we need to do that to humanity. Give them all that chill out. Or we got to bring them up to the boiling point and let them, cancel themselves out. Let them just fight it out and let them get it out of their system. That's why they let them fight in hockey, isn't it? Isn't it? They literally let them do that. So why would aliens stop wars when it's so fun to see you guys fight them? Did you ever think of that? It might be just the entertainment factor alone. Oh, look at what they're doing now. Look at what they're doing now. They're fighting. They're trying to convince me or you or anything. Aliens aren't real. Or you think so? You think our aliens aren't real? If you think the aliens aren't real, then they are not real. If you think that they are real, then they are real. That's how this works. And we can convince you anything is possible. If you think there is nothing, then that's all you're going to see when you reach that boiling point, when you finally snap yourself out of whatever enraged, argumentative something, right? And you finally snap yourself out of it. You're going to see God or nothing. And it's going to either be terrifying and you'll never want to exist again, or you're going to find yourself, like me, angry at all the stuff you missed and wanting a chance to fix that. I need $60. Give me $60 today. Why? I want to go take a tour. There's a tour I need to go take in town. I need to go and see what's in store for me at this tour, you see.
Does all the metal bending work, if you will, for the military-industrial complex. It's not the agencies themselves that typically do the performance of those kind of activities.
But the point being that you think it's those defense contractors, like Lockheed Martin, for example, or others, that have custody of these remains, not the U.S. government?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Harry Reid specifically said Lockheed Martin, and that is a disclosure.
Why do you think they named the airport after him? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. They always think, oh, Area 51, Area 51. There's nothing at Area 51. That's an idiot trap. That's a tourist trap, right? And I think the real stuff is probably at Nellis. No, there's nothing at Nellis anymore. Oh, nothing even at Nellis anymore. Well, it used to be. It used to be back in, 20 years ago. Yeah, and then they moved it because of Stargate. Because Stargate started literally spilling too many beans. And, in my opinion, because I think Stargate's real. To all the other worlds, we are the aliens. Mind blown. Oh, well, to be fair, you have a singularity point that started with the Roswell aliens landing that caused the creation of the universe, but you only have a certain amount of the Roswell DNA in modern humanity. That's why you only have a few of us who look like this, and most of y'all look like that, right? Most of y'all look like that. So you only have a few who look like this, and most of y'all look like that. But thank you so much, Peg Pete. I appreciate it. Only another $50 more, and I can get to that tour, the perfect tour that I need to take before Christmas. The most perfect tour. See, I drive by this location and it's like, no, you've got to come back. You have to come back. You have to, oh, you're not going anywhere. Where are you going? Where are you going? And it wants to reach out and grab me from the back of the hair while it's having its way with me. While it's bending me over.
He made 3 weeks after I met him in the New Yorker. I believe that was in May 2021, where he literally discusses Lockheed Martin in that disclosure to the journalist who wrote that article in the New Yorker.
Well, there's been allegations that House Republicans are being paid off by defense contractors.
I think both parties probably, but yes, definitely. Like these people who all of a sudden went. I hate going a little political, but a lot of the new conservative YouTubers, right, used to be like these kind of entertainment ones, and they went more and more and more right wing that they have nothing else left to grasp for because entertainment doesn't get views. All of this stuff to where they funnel it out to how can we get Target here? How can we funnel whatever pain going through in life to
Hail
Target
Satan!
B?
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
I mean, one of the House Republicans that watered down the defense bill and watered down the provisions for releasing information has gotten a lot of campaign donations from major defense contractors.
Yeah, that's publicly You can look that up with PAC donations with some of these Republicans. It's the big three that have typically donated to some of these big committee chairs, right? Same thing with Mike Rogers.
I think that's another thing that I really would love to figure out a way to fix, this massive corporate funneling of funds, these unending corporate funds to all of this crap with politicians. I think that's all of these things.
I'm just curious how your life has changed since you went public with all this.
Since I went public, certainly this is a nightmare for me. I was an intelligence officer for 14 years. I'm behind the curtain, if you will. I never wanted to do this, but my sense of service, I decided to do this for the right reasons, I think, to hold Congress accountable, hold the IG accountable, and the executive branch accountable, because we have a severe constitutional crisis right now. This is not a laughing matter. We have a severe oversight issue where there's a caste system of individuals. Previous presidents most likely were abusing their authority under the unitary executive theory, right? Which is a theory that...
Oh, nice one. In overtime. Nice. I didn't know they went in overtime. Sweet. I thought Calgary won. Won. Nice. Look at that. Yay, in overtime. Yay. That's my team. Like, it was handpicked for me. Gee, who would handpick? Who would know to handpick a hockey team and name them the Misfits, or name our guys the Misfits?
The president, the chief executive, has ultimate power, and with a stroke of the pen can decide certain things. So I think we have a severe truth and reconciliation process we need to start in this country, and I'm here to help the current administration, and I'm happy to help. I'm not here to totally admonish people, and I want to be a tool for change here. So I want to help the current administration. If not, we need to make it an election issue. People need to be voting out these people, and I think News Nation should post a list of House Republicans or Democrats, for that matter, that oppose this legislation, and allow their constituencies to decide if these are the kind of leaders that they want, that are hindering government transparency, and through a democratic process in the 2024 election, we need to get these people out of office. And furthermore, with the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Turner probably has no business being the chairman. I think somebody like Mike Gallagher, who's on the committee, he's a former Marine Corps intelligence officer. He takes this issue seriously. He's spoken out about it publicly, should be the chair. And people like Mike Turner, who say, I don't know, Dave doesn't know what he's talking about on Fox Business. Really? Well, Mike Turner's never been an intelligence officer. He's never served in the military. He was the mayor of Dayton before he became in Congress. He's a junior person in terms of the Intelligence Committee. And I gave his committee 5 hours of testimony last December, and Mike Turner's staff never invited me back for more. They were not inquisitive to understand the issue.
Do you see what I did there? That's how you know, remembering things again. And then I scratched my head. That's my tell. That's one of my tells. Rob too. And I'm driving him nuts by saying, and that's your tell, and that's another tell, because I'll be saying and rambling off stuff. Yeah. How was my day? It could be better.
More broadly and more in depth, and there's probably a reason behind that. And I just don't appreciate people that don't want transparency on the matter, quite frankly.
David Grush, great to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on.
We might watch more of the Alex Jones thing to see what he says. I should pre-screen it though before I do. So this is pretty much the exact same thing. He says, yeah, vote out the Republicans. Shot fired against Mike Turner. That's the thing. You can't just vote even, like, I'm not saying vote one way or another, but it is so confusing to your average person because there's so many politicians and so many things without being filtered into this blind party of, they all think this and that, right? When dealing with stuff that you care about, because they've convinced like a lot of these angry masses of people to only care about this issue or that issue, and I guess you're going to pick your own issue or whatever, but then they go and attach other crap to the issues you care about, so you vote against something that matters to you to get or something else that matters to you to get the issue that you do really, really care about that you're voting for. Point is, they make it very difficult. Voting is not very user-friendly, in my opinion. I'm picking up on more and more tells, aren't I? Ex-CIA pilot says U.S. buried huge UFO that was too big to move. Oh shit, did you see this one? They said they literally have a, it's on Facebook. Is it gonna make me sign in? Oh, this is Rob's Facebook. Huge flying saucer. Oh, it's on Facebook from 2 years ago. Near Garrison, Utah. This one popped up in my thing. Mr. Garrison, Utah. Report, I think, was selling for $30, and it's disappeared from my library. All right, in 1953. Well, there you go. There's another Lincoln Kennedy, isn't it? And Utah, of course, the Utahs. So what have we found? For people who have not caught up, there are a billion Lincoln Kennedy coincidences between myself and Trey Parker, apparently, in a lot of things. We have ranting, raving, yelling about things in creative character form that tend to appear in prophecy writings, blah 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 blah, psychic something, psychic something, and people are piecing that together with him, and now they found me now. Then they figured out that I was the other half of 1619 Pine Street, right? And because that's my birthday, it's February 16th, and everybody looking for my ass for some reason. Is it just a spank this time, or is it more? I don't know. Here we go, Garrison, Utah. Hundreds of soldiers with shovels began digging. Days and weeks went by, settling little by little. They finally got to the top of about 500 feet below ground level. Then they started the massive job of shoveling the dirt back in and around and trying to make it look like nothing. So they're burying this massive UFO. Oh, nothing's here. A 200-foot UFO. Nothing here, nothing here. Well, all the digging, can you picture this? Soldiers in the 1950s, while also digging to bury the saucer was going on. They also dug a tunnel from the saucer several hundred feet to the south where they built 2 or 3 houses. So this is like E.T., isn't it, too, a little bit? Isn't it? Did they also kill the aliens? The houses were constructed so they looked like they were about 75 years old. They used old weathered wood, old nails. Oh, wow. They popped up an old house overnight. Old window frames and panels, old roofing that we could tell the outside that might not be so old, where the padlocks on the doors, brand spanking new and the highest quality. I don't remember what the interior was described as, except there was a door that led to a stairwell that led to a tunnel that led to the craft. Ooh, spoopy. Okay. Do I have music underneath here? We got to make sure there's music underneath. We're gonna read more of this. We're gonna read more of this here. The aluminum archives are real.
You get in my face with that, I'll beat your ass, you son of a you piece of you god. Listen, Ed, you crossed the line. Get that through your head. Stop pushing your.
When real conspiracies become far too outlandish, that's when parody conspiracies look even more like reality. It's time to strap on your headgear and search through the aluminum archives.
Or not, I might be a phony. I might be just playing mind games. I might be the most amazing mentalist you have ever seen. I might be the reincarnation of Sherlock Holmes or Dr. Watson or none of the above. I might be Jack the Ripper or the women he used to rip. I might be all of these things all at once. And now that I'm telling you what I remember from the report, I don't know. Now that in the middle of this. Start over. I need like a proper production. I need like a proper show and production thing. I usually have you guys on chat. I don't know. Here we go. I don't remember what the interior was described as, except that there is a door that led to a stairwell that led to the tunnel that led to the craft that led to the hole in the wall that you could see it all. Now, all that I'm telling you is what I remember from the report, and I believe the report was written by the guy that broke into the buildings, and my memory is not all that great. In one of these houses was a type of logbook in which visitors would write their names and organizations. It included Air Force, Navy, Army, and military, and many other civilian organizations. Oh, so a guest register. 2. 4 of the people at the conference, friends of mine and me, decided to mount an expedition to Garrison. One friend, see, the Garrison thing is the kicker here, Utah, because then when you go over to Virginia City or Goldfield or wherever, one of those, I was seeing that they had the October 19th connection, which is, here we go, the Trey Parker connection thing, the 1619, again. One friend had a helicopter and a fuel truck. One had some underground radar tracking equipment. He had come up to my gold mine. Oh, wow. We're about 5 miles away in an area not many people visited. Another gold mine. So that's also going to have some superconductive, metallic properties in the earth itself. Oh, well, that's great. That's exactly like here. You get all this, the resonance in the rocks or whatever they call it. All of this. He had come up to my gold mine where, see, this is important to watch South Park, people. It's not just fart jokes. It's actual, you can learn the secrets to life, the universe, and everything if you watch South Park. More than you would realize. Visited, and where I had another claim named Cutthroat. The former name was Windmill and produced a fair amount of gold. Oh, yeah, in the gold mines. Here you go. So here's all the gold mine names. About 300 yards east from this claim, there was an alleged Spanish treasure location. Oh, and treasure. Nice. The treasure location has been found by somebody from the Phoenix area who had access to some Spanish treasure maps, and this location was indicated on one of the maps. Ooh, nice. Wooch. Located in a pile of rocks was a perfectly square cutout about 10 inches wide and about 16 inches deep. All right. Which screen is better? Can I see better on this screen or this screen? I don't know. I think my audio is better if I look on this screen. It's just kind of harder to see. Isn't it? Yay. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do we want to watch the whole or read the whole thing? This is a huge, long article. I don't know if I want to read the whole article, do we? All right. Anyway. They're supposed to meet up in 2 weeks. Google Earth. As far as I know, the craft is still there. Oh, so they found it. Located in a pile of rocks was a perfectly square cutout, about 10 inches wide and about 16 inches deep. At the bottom was like concrete. I had the underground radar guys scan the area and only found a few possible returns. The area is now an area of concern or area of critical environmental concern. Well then. So here's what it looks like radar-wise. You can barely see that. Can I zoom this in? Look at that. So Garrison, Utah. Well, there's some other weird, like a negative down spot in Garrison, or it's somewhere in Utah, right? There's like a real down spot in, the island in the Salt Lake. There's like an island in the Salt, is this the Salt Lake? One of them. Or one of the area, I don't know from the topographical. There's like, the island in the middle of the lake that's just such a negative down spot of horrible energy. The saucer area, large circle, where buildings, where's a small circle, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there you go. So they got little buildings here. This almost looks triangular, but that just might be the mountain shape. It's a wedge of cheese. It's pizza. It's pizza, it's eyes, and it's a smiley face. And there's this balls where the houses are. No? This looks like nothing from above. This looks like nothing. Location where the buildings used to be. Okay, so that's just where they used to be. Alright, and it loops back around. Well, there you go. All of the digging to bury the saucer was going on. They also dug a tunnel. Here you go. I don't want to read the whole thing. So they found something. There's another version of the statement. Oh, we have another version of this statement. Subject, an interesting hypothesis. Oh, this is one of these. This is just like a text document. So we got just a text document there. One saucer was so enormous and the logistics problem and transportation so enormous that it was buried at the crash site and remains there today. Well, that I believe. Thousands of sightings occurred during the Korean War, and several more saucers were retrieved by the Air Force. Some were stored at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which we kind of know. This is old. This is all old rehash that anybody who's been paying attention to any of the UFO stuff for any amount of time has already heard. Germany may have recovered a flying saucer as early as 1939. Ooh, pre-Roswell. Well, that's the thing, though. You do have, and if anybody has been watching, if you're watching this, you probably have, any of the Ancient Aliens and stuff. In the very early seasons of that, they were going in and comparing all of this, all of these instances of the Ezekiel's wheel stuff, the biblical angels, how they looked depicted in paintings of the 1500s, so to speak, All of these little things that might just be some weird telepathic psychedelic haze where people are just like, I'm going to put some random thing here in my painting and make y'all think it's aliens because I'm high as a kite and out of my mind. That might be all that's really, really happening here too, right? It might be some weird psychedelic haze that you can just kind of project back and forth throughout time, that, the universe and the energy and the psychedelic consciousness of it, where you can like go and make some guy in a cave 10,000 years ago, if you think hard enough, write out energy on the side of the walls, the energy waves. That might be all this is. But, you kind of gotta be pretty crazy to make those sort of associations. Or not. The Art Bell stuff, the Ancient Trolls. Doesn't it make sense, though? Because every time we would drive by the strip, Rob's like, oh, doesn't it look like a child built this? Hey, it's like a child's playground. And I'm like, hey, all of the things are here. You got Rainbow Buffalo, you got Red Rocks, you've got the Gorn Rock, Vasquez Rocks looking things. You got the Bill and Ted Time Machine at the M. You got clues galore. You've got Chad Squidward on Pavalia Island. Dogs and cats, mass hysteria, all of the things, all the Ghostbustery things. And aliens, and all of it's going to lead up to alien ghosts. It's alien ghosts. It's alien ghosts. It's alien ghosts. That's what it is. It's alien ghosts. Because my mind just goes and sees all of it at once. That's one of the problems with my brain, is I just see everything all at once and make all the connections, and I just can't say it. Because I've got to say a million miles a minute. Especially when I'm kind of lit up like a Christmas tree in a psychedelic haze. Ex-Navy officer saw non-human entities in his bedroom, according to this guy, 4 weeks ago. Ooh. Well, I'm going to take a quick break and get something to drink. Vegas is an energy hub. Oh my God, there's so much energy in town when the Stanley Cup is in town, or when there's like a giant concert or festival, when there's a bunch of rock stars. They all have that ginormous, and the hockey, oh God, having 2 hockey teams is just off the chart, because they all have that same amount of, well, as you guys know, before I go to commercial, there are, it's like Dogma. I hate stuttering. Dogma. Kevin Smith Dogma, right? They've been following the bloodline of the Jesus cross people, right? Of the Jesus Christ cross people since then, probably since before then, since the ancient Egyptian gods, since Ramses, since Hatshepsut, since the dawn of civilization, since the Big Bang, since the primordial ooze, right? And, well, there have been people who have been tracking this sort of thing and connecting the dots and keeping an eye on it since the dawn of time. Aliens are the souls. Y'all aren't. The humans are not. They can have them. They can develop them if they go through enough life experiences. But they're never going to achieve anything higher than their label at this point of evolution unless they keep coming back and doing it all over again. But who the hell wants to at this point, right? Because there's only so many souls to go around, because there was only so many at the creation of the universe, which was one. Because when the alien supreme God, you know, this goes back to all of creation, guys, put his child to, you know, have their little planet. And then he was bored, and then he needed the mate, and all the creation and blah blah blah. That's how it keeps starting. And what happens is those souls kind of gradually drift more and more apart and are more fragmented, or they just kind of keep copying, don't they, at the cellular structure. They just keep twinning. They just keep twinning. So there was really only one soul, and then just kept twinning and twinning and twinning and twinning and twinning. So when you get high enough up, you just kind of feel everybody else's soul around you. The higher up of the soul level they have, like the older of a soul they are, the more you recognize them as a person instead of the animal evolution that you see before you or whatever, you know, hence crab people or something, literally. You have to mix ideologies. There's no other way to do it because they all exist on this planet. You have to mix them all. They all have to exist out of one atom, one Big Bang atomic energy, right? Which gets as many of the human souls at the height of their psychedelic evolution to all kind of be peaking and crescendoing, cascading all at once, you know. It is oh shit man. It is ocean man. It is the ocean man, right? It is the creation of the universe. It's all of these things. Here I'm trying to explain ocean man. It's oh shit man. Oh shit man. Oh shit man. Yeah, you gotta get rid of those religious fanatical preachers. Those guys gotta go. So those people need to go. Human ideology. Well, humans are part of the alien thing. But you've got to remember that the aliens were up here and then they started experimenting on y'all and the little animals and this and that to kind of keep creating the more pristine, perfect being to carry around a soul, a vessel. You know, they kind of kept figuring out, well, what's the most... Battlestar Galactica is real. Battlestar Galactica is real. You have that... Thumbs. Zabu doesn't have thumbs. He would like some. But he can communicate. What? I'm not one of my favorite content creators. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to hypnotize you into all of this. I don't know what kind of content I'm even creating anymore. I'm just rambling about what I find in a day. It might be aliens one day. I might be talking about South Park one day. I might be talking about punk rock or heavy metal. I might be summoning demons from the Stanley Hotel live. Would you like to see that? Would you like to see me summon demons live from the Stanley Hotel? Take me with you on a road trip. I would like to go. Take me with you. That would be a fun one. I'm going to play a real quick commercial, and I don't know which one. Here, this one.
Need a break from hopping around time and space? Then why not enjoy a delicious cup of Dalek House coffee? Perfect to start your day, even if you're not sure where or when you are. Now in light roast, dark roast, and non-binary blend. Does every sci-fi property now involve drinking coffee? Who's writing this stuff? Juan Valdez? Enjoy a delicious cup of Dalek House coffee. Now available at Smith's, Costco, and other fine stores.
Alien South Park demon summoning content. That works. Hello, Scarecrow. Don't summon any demons? Why not? Why not? Oh, I do that all day. I am. We're going to talk about this in a second. I just want to whip out the guitar. Summoning demons is fun, though. Is there enough here? Nah, I disagree. See, this is burnt on, so it's even more powerful because it's burnt on to the wood. It's not like a stencil like that. It's burnt on. All right, put the guitar away. For now. For now. Thank you for being a channel member. I do appreciate it. I do work for tips. I do not sell coffee. Oh, man. An ex-Navy officer saw non-human entities in his bedroom after a gimbal UFO account. So what, he had like a handheld camera gimbal or something to bonk his little phone around? Oh yeah, I'm Mecca. I have a weird late night show. Here you go.
From hockey in the desert
You guys are so amazing.
to UFOs to grown men crying about Barbie and to bad pop culture and more. Live from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Mecca's Weird Universe.
I'm not a Las Vegas influencer, y'all. I just like looking at half-naked guys without their shirts. And, okay, so you've got an alien in your bedroom. Let's set the mood, right? You got an alien in your bed, or a non-human entity. So this could be anything, right? This could be a ghost, this could be a demon, this could be a leprechaun, this could be Pazuzu herself. This could be anything, right? Why? The point is, did he try and bang it? Did he have sex with it or not? Have you guys seen my paranormal dating thing? The paranormal one. I should play that trailer at some point. Add that to the massive amount of crap that I have already on my OBS. Do you think he tried to bang it? So an ex-Navy officer saw non-human entities on whatever this website is that we're reading after a gimbal UFO encounter. So the gimbal UFO event stands as a significant pillar in the UAP. When did they change the name? Unidentified aerial phenomena now. Why can't they just say fucking aliens? Freaking aliens. Is it hot? Is alien sex hot? I don't know. Maybe. Would you have sex with an alien if she looks, hot, if she were okay? I'm assuming you want to have sex with a woman. Or an alien woman at all. Might be a guy. If it's a dude, I don't know. Was it two dudes and a chick in the back of a bus or a camper or something? Were they looking for Bigfoot? Was she getting spanked? Did she like it a lot? I'm gonna say yes. Now, fucker. It's always it. What are we talking about? We're talking about sex with aliens now. We went down this road. We had to go there. And here's where I lose my entire train of thought.
Civil War.
The alien bang bus. Is it an alien bang bus now?
We've been up and down on this journey to the cup.
They're not invited. They're too young. See, once you kind of think about it, it's like, oh yeah, because that was about that many years ago, wasn't it? Is it that video? Which video? We're going down that road. Which road? Who? That's Carlson. That's one of my hockey guys that I like looking at. He's really good. He's one of our better players. Where is it? This freaking speech. There. Here.
You guys are so amazing.
It's like the team was handpicked for me. Who's that band? That's the Golden K-Knights.
You guys are so amazing.
they just won the Holy Grail.
And I know you have been here day one.
Oh, we cut it off before he starts air humping. So, that was the best fucking thing. What video? You know which video? Oh, the bang bus. Oh, Lord. I don't know what we're talking about now. I lost track. I started looking at half-naked hockey players again. I'm very bad, and I shouldn't be. Hey, they won tonight, though. Hey, they won. They won. Because remember how I'm like, oh, and it would be like, and you'd have to like even remind me I even liked it to begin with by having them be like all half naked and hot looking and stuff. It'd have to be like hockey players or something. Oh, you have to tell me. Non-human entities in his bedroom after a gimbal encounter. Okay. It's a significant pillar in the disclosure. Introducing military whistleblowers who claim to have witnessed the phenomena they describe as non-human. In the 2020 U.S. Department of Defense released 3 pivotal UAP videos triggering widespread discussion, and it quickly got ignored by everybody going back into their Afghanistan banana stand, think of the children, something, whiplash, hallelujah, whiplash. And I can't help it. They're so nice to look at. 3 pivotal UAP triggered widespread discussions within the UFO community, prompting inquiries into the information held by the U.S. government regarding these phenomena. These videos captured UFO encounters from the November 2004 and 2 separate incidents from January 2015, each identified by distinctive nicknames. FLIR and Go Fast. FLIR, see, that's like what the thermal imaging was, were the FLIRs. FLIRs, see, that's how you know it's the same thing. It's all related, because that's who made the old thermal imager. And Go Fast stripes. So they're giving us code words here with FLIR and Go Fast, and Gimbal, which gumball, gum on my butt at Red Rocks, right, when I was sitting in gum that time. That's the song. The gimbal is the handheld thing. Gamble. Yeah, they depict pilots. Scarecrow vlog. Thank you so much for the super chat. $1.99. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. They depict pilots tracking unidentified object in the sky. Among these, renowned 2015 UFO gimbal footage was recorded by U.S. fighter pilots near the nuclear aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt as unidentified object appeared on the radio. Okay, so remember these. Were these the little Tic Tac ones? Now, they were releasing, in 2020, they started releasing a lot of these whistleblowers, allegedly, with, 2020 and all these things. The Tic Tac UFOs, UAPs, whatever they're calling them now. FLIR, F-L-I-R, FLIR. What was it? It was the brand of the thermal imaging cameras, huh? There you go. So that's another thing I would recognize. Because that's what I was saying. That's like literally where the only technology was advancing, was on that stuff. Was people using, like, everybody else are just out there in their little fakey McFakesville, writing themselves into their own fan fiction, writing themselves into their own crappy comic books, writing themselves into, like, no offense if you're writing yourself into your comic book, but I'm probably not going to read it, so, I'm not your target demographic anyway. there's people out there who are actually kind of trying to develop technology to see things that aren't there, which I find fascinating because that's going to advance our technology into actually being able to communicate with aliens, with things you can't see, with, you know, animals, people like me who are highly whatever I am, or I can only pretty much communicate in poems and songs anymore. I have no communication or verbal skills. I'm on a million different tangents. I see everything in the universe all at once. And you're going to find that you're going to be able to just kind of read people by their body temperature and their body language really, really easily. We already can in a lot of situations. I'm noticing like I will give like 6 or 7 tells and direct, you know, I'm ending this conversation sort of clues. And I deal, like, I'm trying to train, you know who around me, the people around me here, that here's my I am no longer able to verbalize. Excellent. I have trouble verbalizing things. Here's my 5 ways to communicate in the way I can communicate to you as a non-human entity on this planet, for all we know. I don't know. Point is, people are not going to be able to always communicate verbally, even with direct verbal communication, because I do that a lot of times too, and people still do. It still is like, oh, you mean this? Oh, you mean that? Oh, whatever. And I'll say, no, I specifically would like to be spanked, preferably pretty hard on the butt a few times during the bedroom stuff. But nobody's showing up to do that, and that's kind of problematic. Where am I going with this? Aliens! Ugh. We do have empaths. Literally, Carol Ann can totally feel the energy around me. Why do you think I hang around hockey? Now, because I'm trying to desensitize myself to positive energy, because I am somebody who is normally much more comfortable in negative, low energy. I am much more comfortable in like the voodoo drum, Loa master, you know, the drum, the rhythm, the boom, 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 the pounding, the rhythmic, the rumble, the vibration, right? I am much more comfortable in those low energy tones than those high energy hisses, right? And it's very much like the same thing as sound waves. People will feel the sound waves if you're a certain sensitivity to this, and a lot of people don't understand that. They'll feel sound waves, they'll feel air pressure around them differently. Like if people have a ton of anxiety, I will feel it, it'll set me off, right? If people are happy and pleasant, I just mirror it right back. And that's kind of an odd thing that I'm really, really trying to kind of train better now. Since the woman who raised me passed away, senses are through the roof again. I'm just right back up to the point when I was like a teenager, and the senses were right through the roof, and I was writing constantly. All of this random crap that I was sending to you know who back in the day, who can kind of prove some of these things. As my other, if people really want proof of the paranormal and stuff, I probably can help you with that. Which, just call me. I'm too afraid to call you, and I'm too cheap to go see ya. There's a whole fleet of them. Look at the essay. The footage only displays a single mysterious object in the center of the frame. Yay. Yay. Spankings. Seriously. Have you ever been spanked in the back of a Bigfoot hunting van where they were actually looking for ghosts and things? I highly recommend it. Do it when you're like 20 years old. When your ass is nice and firm, or not. I'm probably the exact same size I was then, to be perfectly honest. But the point is, my boobs are lower. The window is right there. It is, isn't it? These videos capture the UFO counters and are the two separate incidents. Okay, yeah, there's a whole fleet of them. Apart from Ryan Graves, a former Lieutenant Navy, blah, blah, blah. There's another discussed whistleblower. Matthew Roberts, a former cryptologist in the Navy. Hey, did you ever notice how all those people who were in that Aurora Theater were all like Chinese interpreters, military, and all these people who were trained in all of that stuff? That was a kind of funny thing, huh? That was an odd one. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are all these people who were in that Aurora theater that night in 2011, 2012? There were so many of them that you would hear, like, Chinese interpreter for the Air Force. Or, Special Forces military. Special Forces military don't understand a weird thing, a weird actual threat in the theater. They don't know the difference between real tear gas. That was suspicious. Funny that. Is that going to be my thing that cancels me like Alex Jones and his thing? Because I'm very suspicious of that one. And I was in Las Vegas at the time when that one happened, but I was having a lot of dreams of Colorado back then. Oh, yes. And anybody who's been paying attention to my dreams from my old tape recordings from back in the day, or from my old books or my old writings, which I did send off to Papa, so he's got some of those. He can DM me anytime. I mean, he sees me on Twitter. I know he sees me on Twitter. Point is, I think we can have a lot of proof of paranormal and weird stuff goings on because there's some weird recordings of some weird incidents that might have happened back in the day. You know, like concerts where things might have happened, or maybe universe breaking, or spirits coming out of bodies, or soul collisions, or massive something or something. I wonder if the woman who raised me didn't throw a fucking temper tantrum or something, do something awful. I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of that stuff I don't remember from back then. And I would like to. So. Roberts described his initial reaction to the gimbal footage. I was watching this footage and I could see no kind of aviation surfacing. Oh yeah, this is this one. That's this one again. Oh, this is a Vice video. Yeah, we can watch this. Let's watch it. 5 minutes. We want to watch this? Well, we don't need to be me blabbing over it. We just have video. Blah. Special dreams as well as lucid and vivid. Absolutely. See, there's definitely, and visions. I will definitely have visions every now and then. I'll have like a flash or a word or a phrase. What's weird is when I start getting the same words and phrases randomly as a few other people, and we kind of get common themes and common words and phrases, right? Ochre was one of them. You just hear ochre, and then it ends up in, you just hear these random words, right? Generation Production, hail the Mecha Madness of General Epicness. Hello, Generation Productions. We need more proof than TikTok ghosts, right? Well, you'll hear the words in your inner brain, or you'll feel. I've described this a few times, right? You'll kind of feel. See, right now everything's really quiet. You will feel like you have to talk louder and louder and louder over all of the hum of the electronics and the hum of everything. But then all of a sudden you'll realize, wait a minute, everything's been quiet for a very long time and there's absolutely no noise. But you'll feel the noise. Is that a way to convey that, where people... It's like when you're in the subway or the underground or coming up to a train track somewhere, or even an intersection where you've got like traffic passing by, right? You'll feel the traffic passing by, or you'll feel the vibration of the train approaching or leaving, and all of a sudden it'll just stop, right? It's like it passes and it goes, right? She's the master of the universe. I think so. You want to lucid dream again? Yeah, my problem is I wake up and then I don't remember what I dreamed when I wake up, because I'll wake up and get on the phone or forget it right away. I won't remember it and kind of go right back into that dream world. Because a lot of the time I can go right back into that dream world if I focus on it enough, or I can kind of continue that. It'll give me like a base of somewhere to focus on. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely had dreams where it's like trying to see underwater. You're opening your eyes in a swimming pool or something. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. But you try and see underwater in some of these dreams where you'll be like, I need to try and read this. I need to try and read that. And I've had dreams where I've been trying to read things and the words you can't see the words on the page. All right, here we go. Ooh, Vice. They're gonna have music. It's all. Here's a naval intelligence officer describes a UFO encounter. I think they're all related. I think UFOs and ghosts are all related.
How much of your work is classified?
All of it. Everything I did all day long was classified. All of it. My name is Matthew Roberts. I was a cryptologic technician in the U.S. Navy for 16 years. I was present on the USS Theodore Roosevelt for the gimbal event. So,
oh, this one.
That was the first time I saw the gimbal footage.
Oh, yeah, that one. It looks like a top. Doesn't this kind of look like the cigar shape you used to see? I wonder if that's the one, because when I was really, really little, so I will tell you guys about my UFO encounters. When I was really, really, really little, probably 2 years old, I remember looking up to the sky and going, how could you, Dad, at the darting lights up there, right? So that's one of them. And then I had seen, and you see like the lights, there was what, 2 of them, and they kind of follow and they zip really, this was 1981 or so. They zip and they move at a pattern that is not, or at least was not natural in 1981, where they zoop and then they change directions immediately, right? So they'll go and then they'll go up and away, right? It's not like a plane that's coming towards you, because, we see those all the time here in Vegas, where it's just the little ball of light and then it just gets bigger and bigger and it's like, oh, it's a plane. So I've seen those, and then again in the mid-90s, I want to say the mid-90s somewhere. More of the same, the lights that just dart around in the sky like that. So. Record myself talking after a dream. I could record it. Yeah, I could just record it. If I remember to do that. Maybe I'll just have the camera recorder on. I was trying to tweet some of them. So if I'm tweeting really, really early, half of them might not even be conscious. So I don't know what I'm saying half the time when I'm tweeting.
Can't even describe.
It's not impossible to read something. It's not impossible, but for me in those, it was very hard. One dream I was able to read was, I knew directly I was going towards San Francisco, because that's one of those places where I just know my way around, know how to get there from past lives, from previous whatever. Probably a couple of them, because I've seen ghosts in San Francisco too. So I was looking and I'm like, oh, there's Mission Street. And I knew it was Mission Street in San Francisco because I could read the sign Mission, right? But I knew it was not Denver because you could see like the sea out there and the water and the ocean. And I'm like, this is San Francisco. And then when I got to San Francisco the first time, I could find my way around there exactly to get up to Haight-Ashbury. I'm like, no, we got to make a right here, and then we'll get up to Haight. Here we go, and turn right, and there you are. And I had never been there before, and that was spooky. When I went to a Rocky Erickson concert in San Francisco, there were ghosts that you could see when you're like in this dream state. You could see the bedroom exactly as it is, but you can see the people who aren't there. So I saw a pair of maids in probably 1900s sort of dress, right? A white girl and a black girl in these sort of maid costumes, these really, really old-timey ones. And they're like, oh, they're like kind of hiding and shivering, and they're reacting. So it's like a residual. Like you're just seeing the recording of them in there, just panicked from the flood, the earthquake fire, not a flood. Well, there was a flood. There was that earthquake fire, because I felt the residual of the bed float across the room, but it hadn't moved. But I'm like, it feels like the bed's moved across the room in an earthquake. Like, it's such a weird thing. But then the bed hadn't moved. It was in the same spot, but I felt it had moved. So, yeah.
The shape, I mean, it looks a little bit disc-like. It's flying along, and then it kind of tilts up onto its side.
I won't tell you about the stuff I experienced in the Stanley. That's another one for another day. All right, what told about that? You guys saw that
I was
live.
watching this footage, and I could see no kind of aviation surfaces that you would expect to see. Wings, tail, you know, rudders. There was none of that. So I couldn't really make sense of why this thing was kind of up in the air like it was. And I had this kind of emotional response to it.
Yeah, because they probably had the right tone to make you feel something, right? They can give you something that'll make you angry. They can give you something that will make you soothed and relaxed. So they probably gave you like, oh, here's a nice soothing, you know, like when Mr. Burns comes out of his little treatments and stuff and you think he's an alien. I bring you peace. They can just do that with sound waves.
Time I didn't understand that. I knew that it wasn't ours, right? I knew that it wasn't anybody else's. So, I mean, that
It's
only
music they're
leaves
using.
one other option, I think. Which is what? And that's...
The music they're using is intentional too. They're giving you this heartbeat, oh, ominous, and it's kind of like makes you kind of on edge. It's like ooh, it's all intentional. It's really awesome.
Non-human tech, non-human intelligence technology. Because my job was classified and I had access to classified, I was kind of aware this was not a one-off event.
Well, of course it wasn't.
These things
Anybody who's been paying attention to this stuff for the last 700 years has known that the alien UFO talk has been in the very least, and here I'm stuttering again, at the very least has been in the science fiction community for, you know, since there has been a science fiction community, right? It has been in mythology since they were gods. In my opinion, I tend to connect the ancient gods with aliens because there's really no other reason. I mean, this is what the copies. Oh, they're the copies. They're literally the same copy. This is back to the same group of friends over and over again, isn't it? You have your little copy of your little pod of friends or your little group of friends. They all have the same name and all the same role, and you figure out which your right little landing party is. Oh, it's the same thing. And that goes back to the ancient Egyptian gods and the Greek Roman gods, right? They were probably just the split atoms of the exact same copies of people who just formed their exact same copycat cultures and little communes and groups and the exact same thing over and over again because humans tend to repeat the same thing. So you'd have two cultures and then you'd have this and then you'd have to flood it all out because they start arguing. Oh, wow, that's great. South Park and the Brown Sound. Well, actually, Devo found that first, right? Didn't they? They were recording. They were talking about it first. Longer than much longer than South Park, and they probably read a research paper on it from the '60s or something. Those nerds. I trust those nerds with my life, though. They said, "Cuckoo, I would jump," but what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a monkey in a human suit or something. But yeah, that's the thing though. That's the thing. There's a recording actually of they're doing in Dallas in 1979. In Heaven Everything is Fine and The One That Got Away, and they're talking a little bit about the using the sound waves to shit your pants. That's the brown note. So, yay. They raised me a gypsy or something. She read Fortune's tarot cards, stuff like that. Yeah. I grew up with all this stuff, metaphysical, all this shit. Like, I think we probably had a copy of this when I was a kid. I've been rebuying a lot of these sort of books. This type of stuff, just refreshing my memory on a lot of this stuff. the Atlantis Lemurian connections. I used to be the token idiot, just sitting there playing Mario Kart in the background while the other people did all this stuff. Show High Strangeness is now on the channel, or well, Dark Sayings is now his channel, Pete. So he knows all this stuff too. Knows more of the biblical stuff. Definitely can teach you the more scripture and the lost scripture and the uncirculated scriptures. You know, the stuff you actually might need to. This. I know. I'm saying no to myself. No, really, the stuff you might actually need to know that does kind of tie all this stuff together. Explains a little bit. Oh yeah, I've been into this. It's not so much into this stuff all of a sudden. It's just like I'm so tired of talking about Star Trek and everything that I change what I do every 2 months anyway, or every few years. You will go in cycles about 7 years of humanity, right? Maybe 5 to 7 years. I'm on my 7-year itch right about now. Just about getting there. Oh yeah, more than. So.
All the time. They happen all the time.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
I found myself watching the footage over and over again.
Oh yeah, this is the crystal ball that everybody's seen throughout time and space. The actual one, the one from Los Angeles, the Almost Acoustic Christmas, the Sherman Oaks Galleria in 1994. This is the one. This is the actual one. This is the one you're looking for. This is the one, all the people behind things, and the ones in the talking of, oh, that's her. This is the crystal ball. That's the Ouija board guitar. I have the voodoo stick from Vietnam and something.
And almost obsessively, I had no awareness of what the upper chain of command was doing with this information. In 2017, I transferred to the Office of Naval Intelligence. I was going to be an analyst there. And shortly after I arrived,
I wouldn't trust him.
I started to have these follow-on experiences with the phenomenon. That was like the beginning of seeing non-human entities in my room at night.
Oh, there you go. Light up a smoke.
I would wake up several times a week.
Be careful. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I can handle it. Problem is, you got two of us in the same town now who are very powerful with that, right? So you got two of us, and one of them's collecting all of the negative psychic energy in one spot, and I'm the one who's using all of that to summon stuff. So just saying. I'm using all that energy, and I'm going up and down, and I'm using all the positive from the positives, and I'm using all the negatives from downtown, and that's creating a nice It's creating one of those.
Feel my body kind of sliding across the bed, and I knew that they were taking me. I woke up because I felt a hand grab my arm right here. So I went to try and raise my hands to my face to wipe the sleep away, and I realized I couldn't move. And I could just see this outline of a shadowy figure with, you know, a torso, 2 arms, and a head standing over me.
Oh, you had a shadow figure. That's different than an alien. See, the aliens are the white lights which is the alien hollow faces, right? Because, see, I've had, like, the 3 fingers on my arm, the 3 finger imprints on my arm before, right? The alien ones will have the alien, and they'll look, like, right at you, but they're just beings of light. You got a shadow thing coming in. I wouldn't mess with that one.
When I was in the Navy and I saw this footage, I knew that there was something out there, right?
Yeah.
I knew there was something non-human out there. So I knew when they started showing up in my room that all of this was real. I had...
Can be dangerous, even deadly. Oh, that's okay. I can handle it. See, people have been literally sacrificing things to raise Satan all around me my entire life, and I'm just using that against them now. So if they die, so be it.
The luxury of knowing that I wasn't going crazy. Right? I knew
They
what
made their bed, they lied in it.
it was.
Oh, see, you don't understand. See, we direct this out to submarines or rocket ships or natural disasters, earthquakes, fires. See, it goes out. It goes out. If I'm out, it goes out. You see. You guys don't know who I am, do you?
There's all kinds of sensor evidence, radar evidence. I think that there's enough footage that if they just released all of it and said, hey, this is what we have, they don't even have to give an explanation. They can just say, we don't know. This is what we got. There would be no doubt as to whether or not the phenomenon is real. Everyone would know it.
Oh yeah, Netflix. So this is the Netflix show. Well, there you go. Timmy. Harvard lost 1 billion. Doesn't Harvard have didn't I see on Twitter they have 60 billion in unlimited funds? Oh, for crying out loud. Is this another one? Do we have a thing? The Vatican apparently knows that aliens are real. Oh, the drawings and symbols. Oh, well, hey, there you go. September. This is from September. These people. So when I was a little kid, I was told that I drew, when I was probably 3 years old, I wrote in shorthand some engineering plans for a building or something. And I, let's see, drew a picture of a bird that looked like a bird when I was 3 years old. So do these symbols mean anything to you? No. These just look like emojis. These are emojis, aren't they? This is just a sad face with a line. That's just a winky face with a slash on it. Oh, these are emojis. These are emojis. This is a face with a line and a smiley. This is just, yeah, see, this is just slashed out face. This is an upside down frowny face with a scar over it. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Is there any more? No, they just say the Vatican has. Oh, of course they do. They think there's many different star systems. Now, this is all refreshers for anybody who knows about the Galactic High Council. Was it the Galactic Federation? High Council. Galactic Federation. And all of those aliens that are out there bickering amongst themselves. An understanding of who I am if I'm not trolling. Who am I? What are they? What are they? What do they mean? Are they harbingers of world change? Yes, they're not. They're all of the above. Weird man. No, they're emojis. They're clearly emojis. They're clearly emojis. Aren't they? Shit. Oh shit, man. Oh shit, man. Oh shit, man. It's oh shit man again. It's oh shit man again. Oh no. Is that all the topics I had? How long have I been live? 2 hours? I might be out of my mind for all you know. I might just be trying to make an entertaining show and make sense out of nonsense. All these aliens. They got a whole ancient aliens sub-tab. You could just go on and on for days about this stuff. It's where do you cut it off with these articles that are coming out just left, right, and all over the place lately? Yeah, you see a divide symbol, mass symbols. It does kind of look like that on these, huh? But it also looks like emojis to me.
UFOs, and how much does the government know about where they might originate? According to a news...
My ass. They originate in my ass, lady.
Nation Decision Desk HQ poll released today, more than 63% of those surveyed believe the U.S. government has more information about extraterrestrial life than has been publicly shared. Just 17% of respondents don't think that's the case. A new effort by the National Archives is pulling back the curtain on UFO records once hidden by the government. As News Nation's Evan Lambert shows us, you can now access many of these newly digitized documents with a simple click of a button.
There was a whole neighborhood who saw them for about a 2-hour period.
A 1950s amateur sketch of egg-shaped flying discs over the Baltimore night sky, still unexplained decades later. Or this black and white photo from 1969 of what looks like an alien spaceship straight out of a sci-fi movie. It was
That's a cloud. Oh, that's a cloud and you know it.
later determined to be a rare kind of cloud. News Nation getting an exclusive look at how once secret government records are being made available to the world.
Yeah, that's all like the old mystic places and unexplained phenomenon and all of those Time Life books.
We cannot explain. As Congress and citizens around the nation are taking a renewed interest in UFOs. So far this year, the National Archives has digitized tens of thousands of pages related to UFOs. They start in stacks like this, then it's off to the lab, where employees prep the materials, get them ready for the camera, and then onto your computer screen.
What we'll do is we'll place the object on the table and basically take an image of it.
Project Blue Book was a U.S. Air Force program from 1947 to 1969, which was responsible for receiving.
Do you ever wonder and notice and line up when the CIA and all that and the FBI and all those, like, well, Roswell. Yeah, I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know, though.
And investigating UFO reports.
Everyone already knows
Every time
this.
you play a film, it's at risk of damage.
And the famous Roswell incident, transformed from the original film only available at an archives facility just outside D.C. to this digital video that can now be played anywhere. The once clandestine Air Force video supporting the official government conclusion that the 1947 discovery of debris in New Mexico was from Air Force testing of covert weather balloons. Now, the tens of thousands of government UFO records.
Why do you care what the weather is, though? Like, what, in 1940s, why did we care what the weather was?
Expected to all be available online by 2024.
The first step was to identify the records in our holdings that relate to UFOs and to determine the scope. With that, to begin the digitization of the records that were not already digitized. Our goal is to have those records digitized by the end of this year.
Great reporting by Evan Lambert. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider.
Television provider. So is this another like fakey McFakesville news organization news thing? I don't know what to call it. They're just Twitter accounts, aren't they? They're just these little news channels that pop up in a green, like, this is probably just somebody's green screen in some little office space somewhere. Like, that's all they are. All of these Daily Wire, all these people, they just became these office talking head in boxes, which is what I'm literally am right now. But at least I try to do a little bit something differently. I'm not trying to sell you an opinion for snake oil. You know, I'm like, here's what I think is happening, and how much sex can I get out of it? Thank you very much. Also, our hockey team won, so that's a good thing. What am I going on about? It is way too warm in here. I think I might have to wrap up. It is 11:30 at night. There's going to be more UFOs and stuff to talk about. I didn't record anything from this. I'm sure a million things will happen until then. I'm probably just going to leave this live. I really want to watch those Alex Jones things. Maybe I'll set up something where I kind of clip around it or something. I'll react to it on Twitch and edit it down or something. I don't know. Give me a nice manageable chunk where I can just respond. I might want to do that, but I don't want to do it live in case he says something that is bannable. I want to be able to edit him before he hurts me in the process of me yelling at him. So thank you so much. I will see you on the next video, live stream, wherever. And bye.